Hello, in this video, we'll discuss the current market situation, take a look at what the big players are doing, and share a case study on how one of our users earned plus 30% profit by using the features of our service. Let's start our review by analyzing the BTC chart. Currently, Bitcoin is trading above the rising internal trend line. In the last video, we mentioned the importance of watching how the weekly bar would close. As a result, Bitcoin is above $55,000 and trading at $59K per unit, but it's too early to talk about a strong buyer. On August 14th, important CPI data was released in the US, which is inflation, and despite the decline, volatility appeared in the cryptocurrency market. In particular, Bitcoin experienced a drop of more than 4% intraday. The scenario for a dump in the first cryptocurrency into the untraded zone at $47K, $43K with a dip below is still relevant. We'll touch on important macro data that points to this a bit later. Bitcoin dominance is currently still holding at an extremely high level of nearly 57%. Not much has changed in this index since the last video. It's important to monitor how dominance behaves in the event of a potential market decline, as this will significantly affect the value of all altcoins. The point is that during a potential dump, most liquidity will flow into less volatile instruments, increasing their market share, while altcoins will lose significant value. The upper limits of Bitcoin dominance, from which we might see a reversal, are around 60%. 1.3 as CPI and unemployment rate. Let's touch on important macroeconomic indicators that suggest a potential decline in the cryptocurrency market as early as this fall. We're talking about inflation and unemployment in the US. According to the latest report, inflation came in lower than expected. Investors were expecting 3%, but we got 2.9%. It might seem like good news, but it raises a reasonable question. Why isn't Bitcoin and the crypto market growing? It's important to understand that the US economy is currently in a rather ambiguous situation. The thing is, we're seeing a rise in unemployment to 4.3% against expectations of 4.1%, while at the same time, investors are pricing in a Fed rate cut as early as September. In such a scenario, we might see a situation similar to a mild recession, where the authorities lower inflation, then unemployment rises. Then the federal budget deficit increases. As a result, the dollar weakens again, meaning its purchasing power decreases. This is the main narrative for further inflating inflation expectations. There's a sort of vicious cycle, don't you think? Such data explains why many investors aren't expecting growth after the rate cut, which could happen at the next Fed meeting. These circumstances, in turn, encourage hedging away from risky assets like cryptocurrency. Using the example of a well-known market maker's wallet, we'll try to answer the question of what big capital is doing right now. We'll talk about the Wintermute wallet, specifically its deposit address on the Binance exchange. By looking at the transaction history, we can see that among all assets, UST and UST appear most frequently and in very large amounts. Altcoins are much less frequent, with amounts significantly smaller. To build a hypothesis on how the market maker's wallet operates, let's visit a separate stablecoin page. Let's use UST as an example. If we examine the transaction history, it's clear that as soon as the stablecoin hits the Wintermute address, it's immediately transferred to a SEX exchange. To understand which exchange or exchanges the US is being sent to, we'll apply transaction type filters, specifically sent. It becomes clear that the funds are being sent to a Binance exchange wallet. If we check this wallet, it's likely to be labeled as a hot wallet. Let's do this via the search bar. To do this, press F, paste the copied address, and hit Enter. As a result, the market maker's wallet receives large amounts of stablecoins from its other addresses and sends them to the largest exchange. This behavior tells us that this market participant is preparing for purchases by accumulating stablecoins and transferring them to an exchange with sufficient liquidity. In other words, we just witnessed a major player in the cryptocurrency market preparing for the next round of purchases by moving funds to the Binance SEX exchange. If you want to track similar movements and trade like smart money, check out our collections where we've gathered wallets ranging from intraday traders to the largest funds and market makers in the market. One of our subscribers shared his strategy where he tracked 3 whale wallets through his personal collections, which already held $1.6 million in cryptocurrency. Analyzing the whale's further behavior, our user noticed that the whale made additional purchases during a period of market uncertainty, withdrawing funds from the SEX Coinbase to his own addresses. For example, on August 5th, the whale withdrew funds worth $185K to the first and second wallets. And already on the night of August 5th to 6th, the wallet owner additionally purchased assets for another plus $304K. After confirming that the wallet owner continued accumulating, our subscriber followed suit with his purchases. Such simple actions resulted in a solid plus 30% profit. You can see the entry and exit points on the chart. Personal collections are your wallet checklist, where you can add addresses that interest you. By filling in comments for the wallets and descriptions for the collections, you systematize and simplify your personal records. We recommend checking out a detailed video about this service. We'll leave the link to the video in the description. So, in this video, we discussed the current situation in the cryptocurrency market, showed you what big capital is doing using the features of our service, and introduced you to a case study from one of our users. Please remember to manage your risks when trading or investing. In support of our viewers, we'll be holding another contest with a simple condition. You need to write the ticker of the token from the case study in the comments. There will be 5 winners. If you have a subscription, you'll receive an additional 3 days added to your plan. If you haven't subscribed to our service yet, we'll give you 2 trial days instead of 1. That's it from us. Use the best tools for on-chain analysis from Arbitrage Scanner, and see you next time.